Hello guys, welcome back. So in our previous video we were looking at how to design a form. So let's continue. So we have a container, and then within that container we have grid container, and that grid container is having grid items. So grid item 1, grid item 2, and then grid item 3. So this is the grid, a container that is having a grid in it with grid items 1, grid items 2, grid items 3. um, those of you so let's go back to material UI. You come to grid, or even this grid. This is the new version, grid version 2. So when you come here, it is saying that you should have a grid container with a space of 2, which that is what we have over here. And then it says that you should have the size 8 and whatever, but I am not using the size. I am using the size, the short form of the size of this. Okay, so when you come to the form, you realize that we have the width of this to be 700 pixels. We can even reduce it to 600 pixels, and you see, so let me bring it back to 700, and then I now have the maximum width, so that when the screen size is reduced or is in a mobile view, it should give us the maximum width, and that is why I've given it as 100%. Then the pattern is what you are seeing over here as the pattern over there. So the pattern is now 40 and then the background color, I don't want to give, because the background color is already white, so I don't want to give any background color. But the pattern of this, the pattern, I've given it to, let me make it 1, and let's see what. So you can now see that the pattern after. Okay, let me make it 10 so that you can have a feel of how it is. So you can now see that the border, not the pattern, please. So the border, you see, it is now in 10 pixels. So let me change it to 2. Let me change it to 2, and you can now see that the border radius is now in 2. So it is having just some sharp curve over there. Now the reason why you are seeing this with this space over here is that I have not given it a full width. If I should give it a full width, you see that it will cover, it will be able to adjust itself to this, because the moment you give it a full width, it will be responsive and it will be able to adjust to this container. So let me give it a full width, and let's say the full width, and let's see the first one. So you see now it's able to adjust to this space over here. And then the reason why it is able to reach here and it's not able to go back, is not able to push this, is that I've said that it should be, the items, it should be 6. Okay, so that is why, so it is taking it as the full width of this container. It is because of this container, it is making it as 12. Okay, so when I give it here as 6, the other one too will be 6, making it 12. But because I've not given it as full width, that is why it is giving me the default of this. So let me make that one to full width, and you can see that that is also being adjusted nicely. Then this should also be full width, and you can also see that that has also been adjusted nicely. And then we are saying that this is the label that you are seeing as the label. So the label is standard, but let's change it to first name, first name, last name, and then let's change this one to email, and then let's have so if you want to copy this in a short form, you can press on the shift plus the option, then you bring the arrow down, the one that's it comes down. You see we have arrow that you can use to move to the top, down, left or right. The one that comes down, just press it and then it duplicates it for you. Okay, so let me make that one as phone number, phone number, and then let me change this ID to email, and let me change this one to phone number, the ID to phone number, and so let me make it phone underscore number, and then let me change this one to last name. Okay, so let me even make it last name dash dash, and this one to dash, and then first name, let me change it to first dash name as the ID. Okay, so let's look at it. So you can now see the first name and all that with the padding, and so it looks very very nice. So let's add what else let's add date of birth, and then so here DOB, and here let me make it date of birth, and then so this is the date of birth. Let's add another one, and that should be let's make it an ID, nationality, national ID. So let's make it national ID, and let's make it select and then let me open this and let me close it here, and then let's say that this is going to be select. Okay, so the moment I said it's going to be select, you can now see the select. So if you want to add anything to select, let's see, this should be menu item 1, menu item, so menu item, so let's see voters ID. Okay, so we have an error. Menu item, let's see, where's the menu item, let's import it using material UI. I think that's the problem. Yeah, so we have that. Okay, we will come to the reason why we are clicking it and it is not appearing here. Okay, so let's add another one. So still, if you still want to duplicate it, you just put the cursor over here, then the shift plus the option, then bring the arrow down, and you can now have so voters ID, national ID, then we can have What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What? Driving license, drivers, drivers, drivers license, license, sense, and then let me put this one as um 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 national health insurance. So national health insurance. So you can now see that we have all that over here. Okay, so um let's add the buttons. So the buttons should also give us let's put it in a grid. Okay, and that grid should also be grid item, should be an item with the size of small size, and that should be 6. And then let me copy it again here, and that size should also be 6. And then let's put the button. Okay, so the button so now it should be this button, that's, and this one should be back, and then this one should also be another button, and this one should be submit. Okay, so you can now see with the default variants, the default variance is the, so if I say variance and I say contained, you can now see that it has some contained. But if you don't put it over there, then you can, I think you can even make it outlined. Yeah, so you can now see the outlined, and then we can give it a color, well, let's say arrow color, and you can now see. So let's make it contained for now, and then okay, so let's come to the submit button, and that one to the variant, and let's make the variant to also contained, and then let's say the color should also be success. Okay, and you can now see so nice, so nice. That one too, we don't want, I don't want the width should be there, because the width from here to here is 6, from here to here is also 6, and then and whenever you put it in a grid, with an item size of 6, you could see that it starts from the left and then move to the right. This one starts from here, so from here, this is where the 6 start from, and this way end, so it will start from here. But if I want everything to cover up to this place, then I will make it to be full width, and sure, you see. And then I want this to also be a full width, and then yeah, so you can now see that we have full width and all that. Then let me add some icons to it at the submit buttons. I will say it let me say start icons, and it should be, the start icon should be let's say savings. Okay, icon, and then let me close it and let's check. Yeah, so I will not use this, not this. Let's say save. um Let me import it. Yeah, so we will be using this. I think this one is fine. And then the next one, let's use it also as a start icon. Let's give it let's set arrow arrow back. Let's close it and let's see whether it is imported. I think, yeah, so you can see the back over there. Okay, and then let's take um the the header and put it inside the container, and let's change the name to create user, and let's say create user, and you can see it is here. And let's give it some kind of pattern, and then some alignment to the middle and all that. And let's say, I think you can even say align center. So it's now there. Then we can now see it. Pattern should be 2. And then let's see the the body. Let's make it h5. Wow. And then the pattern, instead of pattern, let's make it margin B button, so that at least there will be this place can close, this gap can close a bit. And then so it is aligned in the center. I think, yeah. And then what else? Okay, so we'll come to that. And then here, date of birth. So let's change date of birth to make it type, and let's say date. Okay, and we can now see that we now have our date. And let's change this and make it the type. Let's make it email. And so let's give it this type. So the type should be text, and this to the type should also be text. And then this one, the type is select already. And then let's give it a name. The name should be first underscore name, and this one too. Let's give it the name and make it last underscore name, and then the name of this should be email, and then the phone number, which is the name, should also be phone, and the name of this should also be DOB, date of birth, and then the name of this select, it should be national underscore ID, national underscore ID. Yeah, yeah. So it looks very nice. So you click on create, and it brings you here. We still have some few things to take care of. Okay. The reason why when you click on this, it is not giving us this thing. Okay, so let's come here and says that we're going to we'll be submitting, but in our next video we'll do the submission. For now, let's look at how to, so let's look at how to create some errors and other things over there. Okay, so we now have the const, and let's make it as a data, and let's set the data. Okay, and then let's say processing, then let's use, okay, then errors, and then let's say it should be equal to use form, and that form, it is coming from inertia slash react. Okay, so let's close it. Oh, sorry. Something like this, and then let's open that, and let's say that the first name, the name that we give to the form, which is this one is the first name. Okay, so we'll put it there as the first name, and then it should, for now it should be empty. If you want to see how it works, let me put something there like rough, and then you not see it there because we've not added any value. Let's add a value. So the value over here should be so let's say data dot first name. Okay, and then you should be able to see it there, so you can see rough. Okay, rough is there. So we don't want this, so it should just be empty for now. And then let's copy and paste. So here we should say last name, email. So let's say email, and then what else? Email, then we have phone, it should be phone, and then we have date of birth, then DOB, it should also be empty, DOB. Okay, so when we come here, we should also say that this place too should give us the value, and the value should be data. So this data will now use the form, will now use this data, will now use the form. So whatever that this is being defined in, it is being collected from here. Okay, it is coming from this form here. Okay, so inertia jx slash react, so which is coming you see, it is able to pick all that. So whatever that we have defined over here, this use form, collect this, and then make sure that it's use the data to grab whatever that is here from the form. Okay, so here it should be data that last name, and here the value, it should also come as the data dot the email, and then here it should also come the value, and that will also be data dot phone. And then when it gets to, okay, so the value here will also be the data dot dob, then here it will be the value would be the data dot national underscore national underscore ID. I don't think we've defined the national underscore ID yet. Yes, so let me copy it from here and then put it there. So national underscore ID is there. What else? National ID is not defined. national, that's got ID. Yeah, I think it's okay. So colon, and then it should be empty for now. I think it should. Yes, now we now have it here. And then let's see the reason why when we click on it is not. So we will now say that okay. So when I on change means you click, you change it, you click, you change it, you click, you change it, you click, on change, on change, on change. So when I on change, now what I want it to do is that it should be able to wait and then do something. What do you have to do? Set the data, okay, and then that data, it should come from national, oh sorry, so it should come from this national underscore id, and that should be what that should be what so it should come from the national underscore id of this place, and that should be what will be coming from here, and that will be the event. So every event that I'll on change of that, it should now be the event dot target dot the value, okay. And so when I click on that and I say this, um let's see what has happened here. When national underscore, okay, so the value is this. What are we mixing, um, um okay, let's see. What are we saving? Let me um let me check. Let me check. Um, okay. So on change event. Let's check it out here. Whether what I'm doing is not the same. Set national underscore IT here. Okay, so a component is changing a controller input. Okay, so let me make this place. So if there is a data, then it should display that. So let's see. Okay, what about if it is not there? Then it is not, just give us nothing. If it is not there, then don't give us anything. The error is not showing again, but the form is not. So I get. Wait, let's add get. Okay, so guys, in our next video, I'll figure it out why this select the select is not picking up, and then we will take it from there. Kindly subscribe. Thank you.